Hey y'all, this is Alan with Me, You, and the Chickens, with a quick um, video um, about raising chickens and what I believe is the first step that you need to take and consider before you actually start raising your chickens or purchase your breed of chickens. And that is going to be your housing space and how you're actually going to raise your chickens. Are you going to raise the chickens in a coop, or are you going to let your chickens free range? That is the number one question that you should be asking yourself before you start raising your chickens. And there's a number of factors that should help you to determine which one of those two options you're going to choose, or whether or not you're going to combine the two. Number one, I believe, is going to be the predators in your area, whether or not you have a high degree of traffic, say from raccoons, bobcats, or hawks, or different animals that prey on chickens or that can make your flock of chickens prey. And that's very important because you could lose your flock overnight from a predator. And you don't want to start out on a bad note and then you have to start all over. The other thing that you have to consider, so once you're familiar with the prey in your area, then you can determine whether or not whether or not you're going to let them free range. The other thing is whether or not you're going to have particular breeds. Are you going to have a barnyard mix of chickens, or do you want to keep the integrity of each individual breed of chicken intact? With us, because we have various breeds of chickens, we chose to raise our chickens in coops. This way we can keep our breeds separate and we can ensure the integrity of the particular breed of chicken. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to let your birds free range, or are you going to house them in coops? Now, free ranging, of course, there are quite a few benefits to free ranging. One of those is that, chickens are great foragers. So, if you have a really big yard and they're out and about and they're free ranging, then they can find a lot of their food, and you just have to supplement their food with some of the feeding options that are available at your local stores. So there's a benefit to free ranging. Of course, if you have them in coops, you're going to have to provide all of the food for them. They're not going to be able to scratch and find bugs and eat different plants. So you're going to have to, feed them on a consistent basis to ensure that they have the right kinds of food, or that they're having a healthy amount of food, that is. Now, one of the main reasons that we chose to house our chickens in coops is because we have a smaller yard. And again, going back to the integrity of each breed, we wanted to ensure that we had a coop large enough for a small flock of chickens. In our coops, mainly we have 5 to 8 of each breed, and they're fairly large coops, and our coops vary in size depending on the size of birds. We have a small coop for our really small chickens, our Saramas, which are the smallest breed of chickens. Then we have our Brahmas, which have a longer coop and run combination. So we vary our coop size depending on the breed of chicken. But the first step with everyone is going to be how you're going to house those chickens, because that's going to be really important. The other thing that's very important on how you're going to house the chickens is the climate that you're in, which is going to be a very important contributing factor to how you actually raise your chickens to shelter. We're in a pretty warm climate in Florida, so we give our chickens a lot of run space that's shaded, where they can stay cool, and we also provide a coop for the evenings that is shaded so that they have a place to shield themselves from the elements as far as rain and things like that. Now, if you're in a colder climate, of course, you're going to want to consider the size of your coop, because possibly your chickens are going to want to use that as a place to get out of the cold weather. With coop space, it's really important to determine how you're going to hang your feeders and how you're going to get the chickens water. You have the automatic water option. You have the watering, the ones that you could buy that are pre-made, prefabricated. You just add water, and the chickens learn to drink from those waterers. You can buy the nipples, where chickens can drink from the nipples, but that normally is set up with an automatic watering system, whether it's in a bucket or whether you have an elaborate PVC piping system within inside your coop. So you want to figure all of these things out before you just jump into chickens, because those are going to be some of the hurdles that you're going to have to get over once you get your flock, or once your flock grows to maturity. Those are going to be very important. When you have the chicks, of course, they're just in they're in a brooder. You have water, you have feeding, you're probably providing some sort of heating for them, so they're not to the point where they're going to need that coop or that run space. So again, in my humble opinion, the first step in raising chickens is going to be where you are going to house the chickens and how you intend to raise the chickens. Free range or inside of a coop. Those are the two things that you want to consider. But it boils down to that one factor. How are you going to raise and house the chickens? So, again, that's what we think. And we thought we would share that information with you guys because it's something that's important to us. And something that we learned over time. And again, we are new to raising and breeding chickens. So as we learn, we want to share with you guys what we've learned, so that you'll understand that you can actually do it yourself too. It's a learning curve. It's something that, it's a lot of things that you're going to have to learn. But it's all about, raising chickens in a healthy environment, and also ensuring that your chickens are safe and things like that. So housing the chickens is a very important factor in determining that, whether or not they're safe and how you're going to house them. So we're just checking in. This is Alan with Me, You, and the Chickens. Again, thanks so very, very much for, being a part of our journey, helping us out with your comments, your likes, shares, and comments. We really, really appreciate that. Again, comment if you see something that could benefit us, or maybe we're not doing completely right. Make sure you let us know so that we can improve on that and move forward with raising our chickens. We love it. We also have ducks, geese, and we have goats, and we just introduced our rabbits to our farm. So we have We have a few different breeds of rabbits. We're trying to determine which breed we're going to keep, whether or not we're going to do it for meat, or we're just going to, breed a particular breed of rabbit for pets, for people who want rabbits for pets. But we really love the farming experience, the homestead experience. It's brought me and my wife a lot of joy, and we're learning so much in this short period of time. And again, in these videos, I want to remind you guys that we provide hatching eggs for the breeds of chickens that we have. So right now, we have Barred Rock chickens that we provide hatching eggs for. That's outside of our state or our local area. We'll ship you the hatching eggs. If you're local to us, then you can actually come and pick up chicks. We have AM Samani, which is a rare breed of chicken from Indonesia. It's the all-black breed. We provide those hatching eggs. We have Lavender Orpingtons. We provide hatching eggs for the Lavender Orpingtons. We have Saramas, our very small breed of chickens. We provide hatching eggs for those. And also we have our Brahmas. Our Brahmas are now laying eggs, so we provide Brahma eggs as well. And we're growing our Polish flock, so we'll be providing Polish chicken hatching eggs as well, and also silky hatching eggs. So we have a number of different breeds, and we can actually help you out. If you have your incubator ready and you're ready to receive quality hatching eggs, contact us. And also, we abide by MPIP. We have them come out and check our flocks for disease to ensure that we're shipping out this disease-free eggs. And again, we appreciate you guys for taking out a little bit of time of your day to check out our videos and join us on this journey. And we'll be back with more information. We're going to try to introduce our bunnies to you guys, and I hope you like the videos that we are doing. If you want us to do a particular video, just let us know. If you have a question and you want us to go over something, just let us know. Okay? So we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.